When was the last time you played? Really played? Like kickball in third grade played? Back before we worried about mindfulness or flow states, or unplugging or disconnecting or connecting, we accomplished all of these tasks and states of being without thought as kids. There was no name to it. There was no carving out time or optimizing our schedules or calendars. It was just what we did. And all we knew was that we better be home by the time the streetlights came on. Playtime isn't all that easy for us anymore. We work hard and play hard. But who wants to play hard? Wouldn't it be better to play soft or play more? How did we stray so far from this simple idea? A hotel that has me reading that with my morning coffee will most certainly grab my attention. The detail in this place is next level, if you couldn't already tell. From really high quality materials used in every last detail, to bold colors and patterns, to joy-filling uses of light. This place is one of those places I wish I could clear out and have to myself for the day. I want to photograph it with no inhibitions, or patrons, or employees whatsoever. Yes, even after all of these years, my nerves still get the best of me sometimes. And when that happens, I tend to rush, especially when photographing in public spaces like this. And sometimes it's not until I'm back at home and reviewing my footage or my scans that I realize just how much I didn't photograph. All those missed shots. But that's a topic for another time. Photographing an interior, especially when it's as unique as this one, feels like such a treat for me. Something about it really makes me come alive inside. I think it's because I greatly appreciate good design, and not just good design, but design that makes you really feel something, like this place did for me. Inside this hotel is not only a full functioning club and bar, but also an incredible full service diner open around the clock. Phenomenal. I'm shooting these images on Portra 400 and my Nikon F3. I don't know if it gets more trusty than that pairing. And while that wasn't a mistake, it wasn't always the plan. Originally, I actually wanted to shoot these images on the new Rollei 35 AF, which I have been lucky enough to have been testing out for the past couple weeks. First, I took her out on the street a couple of times to start kind of working my way through the first roll, But I couldn't quite finish it that way, so I ended up needing to finish it here in San Diego. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like walking into a room full of avid film photographers with a brand new film camera they haven't seen yet.
Have you seen it yet?
She's done. I'm gonna do a side by side.
Yeah.
I like it.
Smell test.
Is it a right button?
Oh, it smells like.
Is this autofocusing?
Have you gotten results from it? Mm-mm. Oh, you haven't, so you don't know.
Does it exposure lock on half price? Do you know?
I'm like, Jason away?
He's gonna find his own way there.
Good luck to him.
Naturally, everybody wanted to try this thing. And I had asked on Instagram what you all wanted to know about this camera, and the biggest thing was that people wanted true point-and-shoot examples, or portrait examples, since most of the examples so far have just been street photos. So that's what I tried to do. The Rolly made its rounds, and I let everyone just do their thing with it. Man, we really are a riot when we're together, huh? I mean, look at all of these cameras. It's a lot, but I love a lot.
That was it. Okay. But then you advanced.
Okay, so one more time.
Unfortunately, all of these shots ended up being out of focus so far. Let's hope we can get some better results later.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. Up here? Perfect. Yeah. The reach is great. The reach over that way is great. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Now, we were all in San Diego for a film photography event hosted by Beers and Cameras and The Darkroom.
I mean, you can.
All right, I'm getting in. You guys can keep fighting.
This day was our main day, full of events. So before we joined literally hundreds of other photographers for a photo walk around Balboa Park, we grabbed a bite to eat. Desperate to finish the test roll in the Rolly, I took the final few images on the photo walk despite it being Portra 800 and a day that honestly couldn't really be brighter. But what are you gonna do? And for the very, very last shot, I pulled Mr. Trev Lee aside for a portrait since he wanted to take the camera afterwards for his own tests. And that's what you get for trying to see how close you can get. Another blurry portrait. Ugh. Either way, I finally finished the roll and it was time to rewind this thing. All was well as I was rewinding, and once I felt the tension drop, I, wound a few more times just for good measure, and then I handed it over to Trev to open the back so I could film, only to see that my film had actually not been rewound all the way. Our best guess was that the roll got ripped somehow, so we ended up taking the roll out, of course sacrificing half the frames to light exposure, RIP. But I feel justified to have some hope for this camera despite the rough start because Trev took the camera after me and shot a test roll and it looked great. So keep on the lookout because I will be doing a lot more testing now with this thing. Luckily, there was a lovely evening of pizza, cocktails, and camera giveaways lined up, which truly eased all of my woes that losing half of a roll naturally brings.
look around me, because this is what's going to look like. Where you at?
It was a really incredible weekend with the film community. To all of you who came up to me and I spoke with in person, thank you so much for your time and your words. I take it all to heart and it leaves my cup so full. Thank you also to Beers and Cameras and The Dark Room for your dedication to all of us film nerds. It really does mean a lot. And lastly, but certainly not least, thank you to KEH for sponsoring this episode. As someone who works in production and does this full time, I have acquired a lot of gear a lot of different ways, and KEH is my trusty go-to for any gear need. So it's really a dream for me that they are sponsoring episodes on my channel after years of being a loyal customer of theirs. If you or someone you love loves cameras, don't forget about KEH, especially with gift giving season coming up. All right, get out of here. Go pick up your camera or something.